Hey everyone, this is Wobbly Wallaby. Today I'm going to revisit the Shadow Chaser's Master Skill Abyssal Graveyard for Ragnarok M Classic. I got a few comments about it, so I decided to revisit it on my China beta account. Some people saw Blueberries gave it 2 stars, so I'll give you my opinion on that. I maxed it out just to get a better idea of how it was, so you don't have to waste 200 million Zeny trying it out. So, was it worth the investment? Stay tuned for all the details. But before I continue, if you want to top up in Ragnarok M Classic, do not pay full price. Instead, use LAPAKGAMING, which is a safe platform where people can top up on games at a much more affordable price. There are plenty of Ragnarok M Classic purchases you can make here, including adventure logs and plenty of Zeny packages. Here I'll select a package. Now I have plenty of payment options to choose from for maximum flexibility. For your user ID, click on your profile on the top left in the game, then paste the ID in the user ID box. LAPAKGAMING is guaranteed safe with a 10 times money back guaranteed, so it is as safe refining. Click on the link in the description to start saving today, and thanks to LAPAKGAMING for sponsoring this video. Thanks to cremisi for the translations. I'll put a link to his spreadsheet in the description of this video. Let's look at the Master Skill again. Abyssal Graveyard is force neutral magic damage, although it does use the physical and magic attack while calculating the damage, which is pretty nice. Now, since you cannot convert and it is neutral, I personally would never use it in PvE. Meanwhile, the first Master Skill, which works great with Triangle Shot, is convertible, which is why it's more flexible. So, although you can take advantage of both physical and magic attack, that modifier isn't that large, especially in ROMC. So then really it's just useful for PvP. Now I had analyzed the Season 1 6v6 tournament for Ragnarok M Classic, and let's watch the role of Shadow Chaser for 6v6. All this person does is strip accessory and strip shield. Now your role isn't to do DPS, that's the role of your teammates. Your responsibility is to annoy others with strip accessory and strip shield. So if I were playing 6v6, I would only use Shadow Chaser for strip accessory and strip shield, and I wouldn't really care about damage, and that's where this Master Skill really wouldn't be that useful. But for GVG, it's a slightly different story. You could use this as crowd control. Now before we move on, I did have some questions from KIUYO on Discord. First is whether it removes Hidden State if cast, and next about the size modifiers. For Hidden State, unfortunately you will get revealed. Here after casting it, I show up again, so unfortunately you cannot be hidden afterwards. But that's to be expected since you will show up for other skills as well. Next, the Precision Stone question is very interesting. For Dagger against medium size, it is 0.75% damage, so I set the dummy to medium. Now without any Precision Stones, I hit for 29,000. The Meteor hits for 226,000. Now let's eat an Expert Precision Stone. You'll be able to see the status in the top left as well. Again, I hit for 29,000. And the Meteor hits for 226,000. So the Precision Stone doesn't affect it. The size penalty doesn't work, which I guess is a good thing, so you don't have to waste Precision Stones. Now on this account I don't have any size modifiers like Minoris or Desert Wolf, so I can't test that part out, although the text says it will work. Next is Demon Slaying Dagger. Yes, the dagger is the preferred way to deal more damage. Without a doubt, if you want to deal more damage, you gotta use the dagger, but unfortunately that means you're gonna have to be in the front lines. So since I find this more useful for GVG, do you really want to be in the front line? I would personally prefer to be using a bow and being a bit further back so I don't get nuked by every skill in the game. But the good thing about this Master Skill is there is the flexibility to use both. If you are tanky, then sure you can be on the front line and deal a lot of damage. Next is Cursed Graveyard. Auto attacks automatically trigger Abyssal Graveyard with a 100% chance of Auto Shadow's trigger rate at max level. Auto Shadow's max rate is 13%. And if it is a magic damage type, then it can go up to 23%. And cremisi put a list of all the copy skills that will double Auto Shadow's chance, which are Heaven's Drive, Storm Gust, Frost Diver, Lord of Vermilion, Mental Blast, and Virtuous Spear. Now in this clip, I have Storm Gust, which I do agree with others works very well with the Stormy Night Star card. I use both so it's easier to see. It definitely procs pretty often, which is good. I do think if you plan to annoy people in GVG by sending down lots of Storm Gusts, this could be pretty good. But again, this isn't gonna be DPS, it's purely just to annoy people by freezing them. Now I had mentioned Meteor quite a bit in this video, and that is Falling Abyss. It does a ton of damage, but the proc rate just feels a bit too low. Even if I leave it on for a while, it just doesn't proc that often. I really wish they'd increase the proc rate so that at least this Meteor could hit more often. So in conclusion, do I agree with the assessment that it's 2-star? I would be inclined to believe so, and if anything it could even be worse. If I was playing Shadow Chaser, I would want to do Strip Accessory and Strip Shield as much as possible. Spamming that a lot is what makes this class unfair. Casting Stormgust, while it can freeze people for a bit, isn't something unique to this class. For the dagger, sure you can do damage, but then you gotta be up close and you're probably gonna die, resulting in 0 DPS anyways. I feel like going Triangle Shot with the first Master skill seems like a safer option if you do want to deal DPS. I would personally not invest in this Master skill at first when it comes out. Definitely wait to see how the meta changes once the second Master skills are released for all of the classes. I would definitely focus on the strength of Shadow Chaser, which the pros use it for, which is for stripping stuff and definitely annoying people, and leave DPS to other classes that will specialize this and have Master skills that really will support that. Anyways, those are my thoughts. If you have more questions about Shadow Chaser or other classes, leave a comment. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Here's a video that I recommend, and if you want more Ragnarok Classic content, check out this playlist over here.